Hi everybody, Christopher Hanbury here from Chris Hanbury Qigong, and today we are going to be doing a 10-minute Qigong session working towards the transition into metal energies, so our lungs and large intestines, or large intestine I should say. So if you've been practicing the previous one where we did earth, stomach and spleen, please do keep carrying on with that if you are in the UK or somewhere where it's damp, so that really does reduce any accumulation in the body as well, and it also helps to reduce any demands going forward onto the kind of kidneys and the lungs as well. So please stick with that for now, combine it in with today's one as well. So I always like to do kidney work as well, or incorporate some aspects of working towards moving kidney energy. The physical areas in the body, when I'm working with the lungs, they have a special relationship together within the body, so I always do them together. So there might be some variations in today's practice. If you've been training with me before, follow some of my other videos, but don't worry about that too much. It's all going in the right direction. Do your best, and I will try and explain as we go along. So as usual, three 3-minute routines or three 3-minute practices, working up to around about a 10-minute simple practice that everybody can do. So to begin with, I'm just going to set my clock and we will start with our first routine. So I always like to put it on with 3 minutes. 3 minutes is a really nice time to allow you to kind of connect into the body and connect into the movement. Anything less, I think, is always, you're falling a little bit short. Anything too much more is entirely up to you. So for our first practice of this one, so our first part, we're just going to be shoulder width, toes facing forward, shoulder width apart with the feet, toes facing forward, softening the knees. Always check your posture when we come back to this central position, lifting up the crown, tucking the chin in, and softening the knees and finding the feet. So take a breath in, preparation, breathe out, relax. Okay, give everything a shake if you need to as well. And then we're just going to very gently just lift the hands from the side across the body to the shoulder. So every time you tend to move with the limbs, the body wants to come up, it wants to find its structure, and then you'll find that the legs get a little bit tense, or the knees. So always continue to soften the knees and find the feet. Yeah, so we're continually relaxing the body and allowing the feet just to support the structure. Now it just allows the rest of the muscles in the body just to kind of sink down and relax. So gently coming across the body. Try not to move the hips. Try and allow the lower back and the hips and the legs just to sink and sit down onto the feet. Gradually coming across the body. And then we're just going to very gently just move the waist a little bit more, so we're kind of using the waist to move the arms across the body. Getting a nice gentle twist to the core of the body. So reaching out to the sides. That's it. And then we're just going to add a little bit more twist, we're just going to lead more with the elbows. So rather than the hands here, it comes to the shoulder, just going to lead more with the elbows and allow the waist to just rotate a little bit more. Notice how my hips and my legs are not, so I'm not twisting. I don't want to be doing this, so try not to do that. Try and stay nice and relaxed in the structure. So we're really targeting the lower back and allowing the spine to rotate around its axis. Keeping the head facing forward so we get a little bit of benefit for the neck as well, so releasing some neck tension. Very gently leading with the elbows from shoulder to shoulder. We'll start to feel there's a little bit more of a stretch in the lower back, but just take it easy. Always go with how you're feeling on the day, how your body feels, how the energy is. And then slowly we're just coming back to reaching across the body. Relaxing, softening the knees. And there's my 3 minutes, so I'm just going to settle this down. Very gently allow the movement, don't just stop the movement, just allow the movement to come back to a stop on its own, coming back to centre. Relax into the feet, let everything settle. And as soon as you feel it settled, just come back to centre. Soften the knees, find the feet, and then just take a nice relaxed breath in and out. Let everything relax. So make sure you're settled, make sure you're centered before you go on to part 2. Don't go straight into it, otherwise you'll be scattering the energy. That can feel a little bit strange throughout the rest of the day. So let it all come back and center. And the second one we're going to do, we're just going to bring the hands up. And it's like you're just holding a beach ball against the chest. Allow the elbows just to sink down. So you're just holding softly holding a ball against the chest. You can feel the fingers in the pads holding on to the edge of the ball very gently here, around about sternum height, no higher, no lower. You can come down to here if the shoulders are, if there's any tension in them as well, but just slightly higher here. And then we're going to just lift the elbows up, roll them backwards, bringing the scapulars together, turning the palms and then pressing out to the side. Relax the shoulders, elbows and the hands. Come around, passing through our starting position. Fold the elbows back, roll the hands out, press to the side. Okay, so we're going to breathe in and breathe out. So you're just gently rolling, keeping the knees soft, keeping connected to the floor, keeping relaxed into the feet. Roll the elbows back gently, allow the arms just to fold outwards. So we're just folding the palms outwards and pressing with the palms. Coming back, relax, take that time to relax in between. Press, relax, roll the elbows, press. That's it, relax and press. Relax, roll the elbows, press and relax. Okay, if you feel like the shoulders are starting to ache, you can just come back into center, allowing the shoulders and the elbows to relax. Take a few breaths, and then if you can carry on, carry on. If you feel like it's a little bit too much for today, then just rest the hands back to center just below the belly and then wait for the third part of today's session. Okay, let me check my time. So that's coming in now. So I'm just going to settle this down. So I come back to center, relaxing, turn the palms to face down, allow the wrists and the palms to come down, and then slowly coming back in to the center of the body. And you can take as much time as you like in between this to relax. You can have a move around, you can shake the legs, whatever the body feels like it's doing to start with, but if possible, just allow everything to come back to center and just settle down. Allow the energy to settle down, allow the mind to come back to the center, allow the breathing to relax. Okay, moving on to our third part. So I'm just going to step out to a slightly wider stance, so slightly double shoulder width, and I'm just going to fold the legs here. So it's like I'm going to sit onto a stool. You can go slightly lower. I wouldn't say to do that because that's not the major kind of point of this movement. You just want to feel like you are structured and supported by the legs, because this area here is going to be the same as the first one. We're not going to move it so much as well. And this is a slight variation on Archer draws his bow, or Archer draws a bow, than the one that I have done before in videos, or that I often teach as well. So this incorporates more of the kind of kidney energy as well. So do your best, follow along and see how you feel. So to start with, we're going to come back to our position here, and then relax, set the body, set your intention, make sure everything feels supported. Now just to start with on this first one, I'm going to come out to the side here, and then I'm going to turn the whole body, top of the body, try not to move the lower body. I'm going to turn it around until it stops and carry on with the hand so I'm facing to the side. This palm here is going to come up into a flat palm, and then with the fingers I'm just going to pull them in as though I'm gripping onto a bowstring, like a big bowstring here, gripping onto a bit of string, a bit of rope, and then I'm going to slide the elbow back, pulling the body straight. So now I'm parallel back to the front, but the head stays to the side looking through the thumb and the finger, okay? So I'll do that properly on this side. So from here I just relax, allow the weight to come back, allow the hips and the legs to relax back into the feet. Come round with the top of the body, palm grasping the string, and then sliding, bringing the body back parallel, still looking through the thumb and the finger of this palm here. Relaxing, allow the energy to come back down, coming around, grasping the string, sliding, pulling, relaxing, relax, come around. So again, watch this leg. So what I'm not doing is I'm not turning with the body like this. I'm just turning until the body stops. So I turn and I pull the body back with the waist. Okay, the timer's gone off, but I'll just do a few more as well. So we turn the whole of the top body round, grasp with the fingers, slide here. So my end position is I'm parallel here and pulled across the body here, and the head is turned towards the hands. I'll just do one more around this side. So turn the body, slide, pull and press. Okay. Now if you feel like you've got tension in the neck or you're not so mobile in the waist, go to where, or the point where the body stops. Don't push it any more than that, because it will naturally open up and then you will get more mobility, range of movement. So if I were to come around here, and that's as far as my waist turns, that's fine. The hands could go around a little bit more as well. Now if the shoulders tighten, it stops there, that's absolutely fine. With the neck, when you pull out to here, if this is too much, just bring the hand around slightly to the front, so you're going off at a slight angle, and pull there, and you'll find that you're not pushing the muscles around as much, so there's not that big a demand on the range of movement as well. So try and find out where your body feels the best, where you have a nice balance of being relaxed but also a slight challenge to the system, to the muscles as well. So only just, so as soon as you feel something become slightly tight or slightly taut in the body, that's usually the right point. You don't need to push it into what most people would regard as a stretch, because when the body is relaxed and the body is under no physical stress, it gradually unravels, unwinds and opens up on its own, and that's exactly where we want to be when we're doing our Qigong. We want to allow the body to open, not force it so much. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed that. Combine it in with the earth stuff as well. Do your best, follow along, follow me with everything else, and we'll all get healthy together. So enjoy the magic, and I will see you soon.